I have 47 masks that I sewed yesterday, all turned right side out, ironed and clipped and ready to sew. It's 47 of them, and I'm going to record this to see how long it takes to actually sew 47 all the way around on my new JUKI machine, because I'm curious. I'm gonna have to stop for changing bobbins, but I have several bobbins made up already, so hopefully I won't be wasting too much well, not wasting, but have downtime because I need to make more bobbins. And it's probably going to be really boring watching me do this. So I might not even post it because I don't want to bore people. One. I have to get a little bit better at like stopping right at the end with the needle down. That takes a little bit of time once I get there and I haven't hit it right. But as you can see, the machine's pretty quiet, so it's pretty quickly. And just going around one of those would have taken like 3 to 4 times as much. Because I was having to force all of the layers of the pleats underneath the pressure foot, and the machine wasn't, the feeder teeth at the bottom, it didn't like it, and I was having to go over the seams several times on the regular home machine as opposed to an industrial. So that's a big difference. I don't have any fancy like stitches on this machine, like zigzags and stuff, but I do have feet for sewing zippers in, which will be nice once I am able to start working on the pillows that I want to be working on with my roommate Kurt. We're going to see about printing some of his painted pinups on fabric and then making pillow coverings for like 16 by 16 pillows and stuff, and making those available for people. His artwork is really awesome, but just sitting on his computer isn't sharing it with the world. And there's so many different ways to get your artwork out there now. We're looking at using Spoonflower to print out his artwork in a big sheet. And that should be fun. Right now he's trying to get his stuff formatted to be in a square format so that we could fit like 11 by 11, so that we could fit 9 of them on 1 yard, 9 different pictures. So we can get 9 different pillows out of 1 yard of fabric. We'll be coordinating that with fabrics that go with the theme of the picture. But using the zipper foot on this will make putting zippers in those really easy and fast, because that's just a long straight line. Okay, so it's been 5 minutes, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 done in 5 minutes. That's like less than a minute each, even with my jabber drawing. So less than a minute around each is pretty awesome. And I can go faster if I'm not talking, because I won't be worried about sewing my finger through this machine. Now, I had a JUKI before. It's an older one, and I sewed through my finger once. I sewed through acrylic nails that I was wearing several times, and those were pretty deadly. You could have put an eye out with that shattering. But this one has like a sort of a guard here. I think that's to keep you from feeding your finger through it. But we didn't really get any instructions with the machine, so I'm not sure. Getting better at using my leg to lift the pressure foot as opposed to lifting it from the back, which doesn't save me any time and really waste time. These ones are some Tootsie Roll Pop ones, which I like because I like candy. I was trying to get some of the fabrics that I have collected that are more Halloween themed, since this year the new Halloween mask is really just a face mask. But if you have to wear a face mask, you might as well wear one that's comfortable and shows the world a little bit of how you feel from a social distance, 6 feet. Some people have asked me why I don't do the form-fitting masks and different size masks with the nose wire, and my only real answer for that is that making these masks that are the rectangle pleated masks, I can cut them out pretty quickly by snipping and ripping the rectangle sizes, and then I iron them and I clip them with the elastic and I sew around. Then I flip them right side out and I iron them and I clip them and I sew them. If I were doing fitted ones, then I would be doing a lot of shaped cutting, which would save fabric. I would use less of the fabrics for those. However, I would be adding so much time to the construction of the mask that I would have to sell them for more. And I try to keep the prices down as much as I can because they're sort of a necessity. It's not like my Christmas stockings or my sock monkeys, which, while I might feel they're a necessity, they're not. They're a luxury. Face masks are something that is a necessity. We need them right now. They're just good hygiene for our current situation. So because of that, I don't think that someone should have to pay $20 to $25 for a pretty face mask. $6.50 is what I've got them down to, and that allows me to buy fabric, which I'm having to buy from other sellers on Etsy because Joann's, which is basically the only real fabric game there is in the United States, is just horrible about getting supplies and keeping stuff in stock. And if you can get into one of their stores, their supplies are just so depleted. And there are so many amazing fabrics out there, and independent quilting shops have all of this amazing cotton fabric available, and because of the internet I can buy it. And so I try to find deals on fabric that I find interesting and I like and would look appropriate on the size for the face mask, and then I buy them. Like the fabric I'm sewing right now, because I finished the Tootsie Roll ones, is a cats in hats, but not cat in a hat, it's cats in berets. Very saucy French cats that once I finish this one I'll pull off and show you the fabric because it's hilarious. They're very cat-like cats. They have the catitude. They're cats in berets, and there's like one with a mask. He's very, very exciting. But on the back, which is another reason why I don't do the other fitted masks, is you can wear these if you flip them over. The pleats are still facing down, and I have this fabric on the back that's this really cool fishy fabric, because cats apparently like fish. They don't like water, they like fish. So these saucy cats in hats have the back of all the little school of fish in different colors, and it just makes it more interesting because the masks are to keep your germs from spreading to surfaces and other people. They're not for keeping other, the air filtered properly. Well, they do filter some of the air. Their main purpose is to keep yourself to yourself. So if you're gonna have a mask, and you have to wear it because you're a good human being and you want other human beings to be safe, you might as well have one that has twice the function. And if you have like a wire in the mask, if you flip it over and have the fabric going the right way, then you have the wire in your chin, which isn't very helpful. And I have done larger masks. I have my favorite teacher from high school. I make him masks, and I have like doubled the length of the mask to accommodate his beard, because he likes to have his beard tucked up in his mask. And then his spouse, who has to wear masks every day for work in a laboratory, I have drawstrings that I do for hers because she has hearing aids, and the elastic, while she can work around it, isn't as comfortable as it could be with the drawstrings. So I do different types. For my Etsy shop, for the most part, I just do the plain pleated 3-layer cotton masks because it's just easier for me to cut them out, know how much material I'm gonna need, and it's more time effective for me. I'd rather make more at a lower price point than spend more time making less at a higher price point. So my stack over here is getting pretty big of masks that I have made in now 14 minutes. Cats in the hats, because you can never have too much cat fabric. I've learned that during this pandemic, that the thing that really matters is the amount of cat fabric you have in your stash, because cats make the world just more pleasant. The world needs more silly cat videos online, and cats just help when everyone's stuck at home, working from home, studying from home. that's the last of the cat ones. Let's grab these masks, get them out of my way. Now I have these Barbie masks. This is really cool fabric. I mean, classic Barbie just makes me happy. I also try to do batches of masks that are all the same thread color. That makes it a lot more convenient than having to change threads constantly. I'm at my first need to switch out my bobbin at 16.5 minutes, so it's not bad. I'm about a third of the way done with masks I have, I think. Trying to guesstimate. I have Barbies, some creepy crawlies, and some occult looking cards. Which will be fun. That didn't work. Trying to get this bobbin in here. That should work. The hydraulics in my chair is going out, which sucks because I really like my new chair. But I guess is one of the things that happens with chairs. I wouldn't know. It was my first ever brand new chair. So if I seem to be sinking at some point in the video, it's because my chair has decided to release and set me down. I really like the fabric on the back of these. It's like this cool atomic burst star pattern, which again, because they're just the flat regular pleated ones, you can just flip the mask over and you've got two different looks. Because sometimes you want to be a Barbie girl and sometimes you don't. I'm also looking about getting a serger because I have all of these cool fabric scraps left over, and I'm got a lot of flannel And I can make a bunch of reusable makeup remover pads and things like that, little wipes that people can use for those type of small cleanups. Because having things that are sustainable is awesome. I try not to waste anything when I'm making stuff. Every little piece gets used. More Barbies and I'll be on my second to last batch. Both of those are pretty cool. I don't know what I've done to my machine just now, but I have made it mad. The thread's like, what are you doing? There's 2 threads coming out of my bobbin, which isn't the way it's supposed to work. So I think I fixed it. Jabber jawing too much. My husband says that the machine is so much quieter than the old one. He can't tell that I'm sewing until he gets right in my room. Whereas with the other one, you could totally tell, like, through the house that I was sewing. Which is surprising to me since this is such a big motor. About 25 minutes of sewing. I had 47 masks to get through, and I have a huge stack that are done. And just 2 more piles. I have this really cool creepy crawly spiders. and on the back it has this cool like black, kind of looks like spider silk with drops of dew on it. I like this fabric a lot. I got it a while ago because it was very creepy looking, and I like creepy things. Fun thing about buying all the fabrics on Etsy is like I get to buy fabrics that I had no, why does this fabric exist? Who thought that this would be an appropriate thing for someone's apparel or someone's quilts? But there's just, you could think of anything and there's a fabric for it. Clip bowl is overflowing, so I'm gonna have to change that. I like to keep my workspace tidy. I really do like these clips. They make putting these things together much more efficient and less stabby than pins. You're less likely to bleed on the project with the clips than you are with the pins. And also you don't break a bunch of needles while you're doing stuff, which I have a tendency to do. Running over the clips isn't an issue. You just pull the clip out. I had a couple that I got with some cutting boards. It was like a gift with purchase for a cutting board I got. And when I started making masks, I was like, well, let me see how those will work. Because I was poo-pooing the clips. I was like, I don't need clips, I have pens, and we've been using pens for decades, and it's fine. Nope, I was wrong. Clips are better. Always question your beliefs and your opinions. Never be so sure of something as to keep yourself from finding out an easier or more useful or more productive way of doing something. It's harder when you get older to do that. But I try. I might be a little slower at it sometimes, but I still try. Oh, I'm falling. I shrank. I think I should be coming to the end of this bobbin pretty soon. Not that I want to like jinx it and be like, I have to change another bobbin. The last creepy crawly one, and after that all I have are the occult cards, which I think are pretty fun. I wouldn't say that they're like tarot cards, because tarot cards have very specific things on them. They have the 52 cards, you know, like the, what are they, this wands, and the sort of like a regular deck of playing cards, and then they have their arcana and the major arcana. But these are on this fabric. It's like it's the back of a deck of cards, but it's the back of a deck of several cards. It's not the face cards of a deck, if that makes any sense. I'll show you when I get around this one. Don't get me wrong, I like it. It's cool. It's got like black cats and like a palm reading thing and a third eye, spiders, crystal balls. So it's very occult and very seasonally appropriate. It's got the moon and spiders and stuff, but that's most definitely not the cards of a tarot deck. It's occult cards, like the back of a whole bunch of tarot decks that have just been thrown down or something. Another thing that's nice about this industrial sewing machine is that the head is, there's a huge space between the head and the base of the machine. So if I do run out of bobbin, I can see that I've run out of bobbin fairly quickly. Whereas on the other machine, the home machine, I was, I'm sewing, and the bobbin was out, and I had no idea until I was like all the way around the mask, and then I'd grumble and have to re-thread the machine and do the whole thing over again. Whereas when I run out on this, I go, oh look, I ran out. And then I immediately am able to redo it. See, I ran out, and I can see that I ran out, and I can add a new one. And it's pretty quick once I get it done properly. There it is. And you don't have to do that because it'll just start sewing and it'll be in there, but I like to know that the bobbin thread is actually threading through the machine, so I always do that. So I've gone through 2 bobbins sewing 47 masks together. And I don't know, most people that know me well know that 47 is my favorite number in the whole entire world because it's a prime number and I love it, and it's 47. But I did not purposely sew 47 masks together to do this. That's just the way it ended up with the fabrics I had. So we're at 37 minutes. Found that if I have more clips, it makes it a little bit more efficient because I can get bigger batches done. I just bought another thing of 100 clips this week because some break and some fall down, and in my ironing room is the laundry room. And if one of the clips decides to commit suicide and jump off of my ironing board, I'm not digging behind the dryer to find it. That's just not gonna happen. That clip is dead to me. So I've lost a couple to behind the dryer. So I think I have like almost 300 clips right now. Almost done with these ones, and we'll see how long it took with talking and sinking in my chair and switching the bobbins, how long it took to make 47, well, finish off 47. I'm still very careful to make sure that all the pleats get under properly and the edges look nice. Gotta have quality control. is the last one. So I'm at 41 minutes and 30 seconds-ish. And I got 47 of these 3-layer cotton pleated elastic masks done in under, well, at around 40 minutes. It took me to sew all the way around these while talking and falling in my chair because my chair sinks every once in a while. So I'll be putting these ones up on my Etsy store, Redtastic, and they'll be $6.50 each, $3 shipping, free shipping for orders over $35. And I'm having a sale right now on all my sock monkeys because even though they're not essential, they're on sale. Thanks for watching.